Hello, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and thank you for joining me on Youth Matters with me, your host, Sakina Habib. Today, I have a very important question for you, and that is about fitness. When you hear the word fitness, what really comes to your mind? As in, is it just about someone constantly working out in the gym, looking good enough, or is it actually about being healthy and fit and maintaining yourself? I'm sure everybody would have different opinions on this based on their individual perspectives. But when we bring the topic of fitness, we often feel that it's really hard and requires a lot of effort to work out, diet, exercise, and lose all that weight, just to look really like glamorous, like the celebrities and all of that. And sometimes we become so lazy into pushing ourselves to basically make that effort and take just that one step to motivate ourselves. So the question really is, what really stops you? Is it really that hard? And what can be done to maintain yourself? On today's absolutely fantastic episode, we will be having a talk on what is fitness all about, what are some of the ways to eat clean and healthy, how important should health be considered alongside keeping a track of your mental health, and a lot more. And I'm so excited on today's program because the guest who will be joining me today is present with me in Arusha, Tanzania, as we speak. She is the face behind the fitness stuff. She's quite a popular fitness trainer. She's a clinical nutritionist, also a PCO specialist, and she deals with 100 plus clients around the world. And a very important part about her is that she is the first youngest trainer to be featured on Air Tanzania, which is really a big deal. So she is really inspiring to everybody, and I'm sure by now you guys must have guessed who it is. It's none other than Fatima Juma, and I would like to welcome her on board. Assalamu alaikum, Fatima, and welcome on Youth Matters on the new episode.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
It's an utmost pleasure having you, and thank you for agreeing to be a part of Youth Matters. How's Amritsar going for you so far?
It's been treating me very well. It's keeping me busy. we're like we're like full house both the days, and it's like just it's overwhelming. All the love, the warmth, and it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can you tell everybody a little about what you have been doing in Arusha for the past 2 days here? Can you tell everybody about your camps?
Yeah. So before Arusha, we have started a new project that is now that there were certain fitness companies and clinics that wanted to collaborate with Fitness Top. And we started off
Mm-hmm.
with Mwanza first. Last week I was in Mwanza, and this week I'm in Arusha. I collaborated with this amazing lady, Zamina Ladha. She owns Revive Rehabilitation over here, and we want to make
Okay.
a change for women dealing with PCOS here, and to bring more awareness on fitness and nutrition in Arusha, and giving the ladies hope that PCOS is manageable and reversible and all of that. So actually, the whole 2 day camp is for this purpose. That the whole fitness camp is for this purpose, that we can bring maximum awareness on PCOS here. So that is why we've been
That,
house packed with the ladies and families here from the past 2 days.
that's really amazing. I really commend you for this beautiful initiative that you're doing. And I think it's something like you can say out of the box, basically. The way you're dealing with and collaborating with a lot of women, also men. I've seen that on your Instagram page. Now, let's start with what is fitness all about, according to you?
Okay. So for me, fitness is about feeling strong, feeling empowered, feeling confident, feeling you, just being you.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's very necessary for your health, and of course, we all know the maximum benefit that fitness plays in people's lives. But for me, it's more than just weight loss and weight gain and muscle building and muscle, all of that, body fat. It's more about how you feel, when you are. When you're adopting a fitness lifestyle, you're indulging in fitness in the sense that to achieve more than just what the health benefits are, the mental health benefits. And fitness is all about feeling strong and empowered, I feel.
That's beautiful. I love how you, described it. Like, actually, yes, it is about feeling empowered and confident about yourself within your skin. Very true. Now,
Yes.
being a clinical nutritionist, what role do you play in guiding your clients to eat healthy? To eat clean.
Okay, so when we talk about a clinical nutritionist, so when we are confused that, when we visit a doctor, I'll just put it as an example here. When we visit a doctor and they tell us, okay, you need to eat this medicine and this, but then you are like, so do I eat it before food or after food? That's where a clinical
Yeah.
nutritionist steps in. And then when
Okay.
like, will the medicine itself help me or I need to bring some changes? That's where a clinical nutritionist steps in. A clinical
Yeah.
nutritionist deals with a lot of alignments that you have more than just weight loss and weight gain. She deals with cholesterol issues, pressure issues. She deals with cancer issues, nutrition for cancer. So a clinical nutritionist actually plays a vital role in people's life, whereby she clinically advises with a medical back that what actually needs to be changed in your lifestyle to get rid of many infectious disease and ailments that you've been facing recently.
Yeah, that actually makes really a lot of sense. Mashallah, as in there's so many roles as a clinical nutritionist that you personally are playing, and I'm sure that there are so many people around the world, your clients, who've actually transformed themselves according to the guidance that you've given them. It takes a lot of effort and patience, and I really salute you for doing that. Now, for the viewers who do not know, Fatima is also a mom, and she herself has struggled to lose weight. If you've probably seen her transformation photos, which are also available on her Instagram page of Fitness Stop, and I was personally really amazed, like, wow, how did you do that? You've really set a true example of how one can really achieve their goals. Can you briefly share with us your personal journey of how you managed to achieve your goals?
So I have always been overweight and chubby in school life. I was the bullied child, and always left alone because of how you look and all of that. So being
Yeah,
chubby never really helps. Even right now, when I see a few people of like a few young girls, and when they tell me I want to look a certain way to just fit in and be accepted in the society or at school, I want to have friends. I feel alone. So I was that child, yeah. And that never really helped my mental health also, but I was always into fitness. I would love, absolutely love, playing basketball, playing throwball, football, and all of that. And on top of that, I would also I was into fitness in the sense that I would research about fruits and how they would help your skin look better and feel better. So it was just
yeah,
always the zest in me that I want to do something into this field. In spite of being big, I was really very flexible though. And it just hit me one day that it's as I grew up and got married and had kids, it just kicked me that why don't I make my passion into my career, like change it,
yeah,
and use my passion with all the love and respect that I have in this field to transform people's life. And my own transformation comes from that. When I was into uni and whatever like education that I was getting, and I was getting to know more about fitness and nutrition than just internet researches, like in depth. I would implement it in my life. Slow eating and, working out, getting exercise in. I did all of that, and I think that really kept me motivated in my transformation. I lost 35 kilos two times in my life. So that was my
Wow. Oh
first
my God.
transformation.
Really? Wow,
Yes,
that's
so my first
amazing.
transformation, yeah, the first transformation was in 2017, and then the recent
Okay.
transformation in 2020 after my last word.
Oh my God, that takes so much courage. Awesome. Like, I can't even imagine, that you were like 37, you said, yeah? 37 kgs. Did you say that? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really a lot. I can't imagine. That's a lot of weight to shed off. But you really like worked so hard. You're such an inspiration, really. Now,
thank you.
what what steps can one take starting from home to eat clean and healthy?
So, if you cannot recognize food of how it grew like, that means it went through a lot of processing items. There was a lot of processing
Okay.
done in the time till it reached your table. If you cannot recognize how it was grown, then you cannot eat it
Mm-hmm.
because you know it is ultra processed. Not that you
Yeah.
cannot eat it, but you can make a better choice. You can, like an apple, is the most organic way of eating, from the tree to your
Yes.
hand. Yes, so
Yeah.
something like that, right? Boxed cereals, tin packed food, all the processed and preservative food. Try to eat more in a natural, wholesome way. If you're starting from home, keep it. So John Bernardi says that if it's out of sight, it is out of mind. Don't shop your
Yes.
pantry and your grocery in such a way that it's all healthy. Not an obsession with healthy, but it's the most organic way of eating. So if it's healthy, you will eat it eventually. If it's junk and it's in your reach, you will eat it eventually. So clean out your pantry, invest in healthier items, in whole organic food. That can help you a lot. And try to have the protein as your macronutrient, which is the most satiating nutrient that we have. We're lucky that we have, in our land we have organic meat, and we're lucky we can breed our farm chickens and stuff and have it organically. So,
Yep.
take advantage of that. Indulge in protein more, have more protein based meals, have more fruits, have more vegetables. Try to keep trans fat, meaning fried items. Make a healthier switch. I know people love their samosas and their kebabs, and
Yeah.
but there's always a healthier way to achieve it and have it in your life. Instead of frying, go for baked. So these are small steps that you can do to start eating healthy at home.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on this. Even what I was kind of, like reading up on the internet, and also like some of my doctors also advised me that there's this brown diet that has been introduced, and the same thing that you said, that instead of frying, you can either bake it, or you can use the air fryer, and also to add like vegetables and fruits in your meals really makes a big difference. So I was also inspired by that, and I thought that when you start doing that, it really transforms your body and it brings a lot of changes. um, Now, if we were to talk about mental health, right? How can we draw the balance of keeping healthy and keeping track of our mental health as well?
So, when we talk about our mental health and how to eat healthy, so sometimes what people, the first mistake is they do is they restrict themselves. They restrict sugar, they restrict everything, they cut out main food groups. And when you do that, you are inviting problems like disordered eating, binge cycles, eating disorders. So this doesn't really help us. and that how it affects our mental health. So always know that you're allowed and you have food freedom in always possible, but everything has a moderation. Yes,
Yes.
you can
Yes.
indulge. You can indulge in eating brownies, ice creams, but of course, with the lifestyle of something that I preach a lot is 80/20. 80/20 is the
Yes.
most effective way of lifestyle because it allows you 80% of the time that you're eating healthy foods, you're eating and nourishing your body, and then the 20% of the time you're indulging in your fun food. So let's say 3 weeks down the line you felt like having an ice cream, might as well go ahead for it and then move on, go for a walk and move on, rather than restricting the urge to eat it and then later on binging. So that's how it affects the mental health. Then we start comforting
Yes.
ourselves with other things, over exercising or burning what we're eating, or making food as treats, like, I was so good so I deserve this. No, food is not your treat. You're not an animal that you deserve to be treated. You're a human. Yeah, you should understand that food is always available. These are my choices now, I can have it also. So have food freedom. That is very good for mental health. Number two, when we work out, we release endorphins, and they make us. This is the happy hormone. It makes us happy,
Yes.
makes us relaxed, stressed out. So we know that yoga, and for some people, not for everybody. Like weightlifting is not for everyone, but yoga, Zumba, there are so many other things that you can do in fitness that you can actually feel good and release your endorphins. And that really helps mental health in terms of de-stressing, in terms of feeling good, feeling happy. You're not depressed anymore. You found escape from something into fitness. And for some people, it is an escape and it works for them. And in times of today where everything affects mental health so badly, we just need to be very very considerate with people around, choices of word, you know when someone is eating, don't comment, don't watch, um, don't comment on weight, fertility. You can never know what someone is battling on, so we should just be a little more sensitive towards them. I think whether it's a trainer, a nutritionist, choices of words really matters. And fitness and mental health, that's why they go hand in hand, is that sometimes some people don't work out to lose weight, but they just work out to feel good. They want to relax
Exactly.
themselves. So fitness is not about all about losing weight. Oh, I want to lose weight and everything. No, for some people it's beyond that.
I really like how you are so already well educated in your field, like well researched, and you know what you're doing basically, which is really amazing and motivating. Now let's talk about your clients a bit. What issues in general do your clients face, and how do you work on solutions for them?
Okay, so my 50% of my clientele is PCOS women, whereby they're dealing with
Okay.
conceiving issues, they're dealing with fertility issues.
Uh-huh.
Most of the time, I
Okay.
get people who have irregular menstrual cycle. So this is the clientele that I deal with most of the time, and then I deal with the
Okay.
clientele in men, that is 20%. My men clientele is more on bodybuilding, muscle mass, and lean mass, and bulking, and all of that, weight loss. The consultations are how we do the consultation is whereby we get to know our clients, their behavior, we assess them, analyze their bodies, we see what are their goals, we consider them, and then according to that is how a program is made at Fitness Stop.
That's
Yes,
really
and
amazing.
30% of,
Really, really.
yeah, and then
No,
30%
go
of the
ahead.
clientele is, yeah, sorry. So the 30% of the clientele remaining is all about postpartum mothers. They're like getting to get back into shape, feel stronger, maybe strength training and all of that.
That's amazing. I love how you've also like divided your clientele into categories, so you know how to deal with them on an individual basis as well. It really makes a big difference. Um, I'm sure that a lot of mothers would be so inspired by you because really, especially when mothers go through, I think the after postpartum challenge is really very difficult and it's a very exhausting journey. And I'm sure that when you guide them, they really like say that it's worth it. Now, I had seen I had seen that you were featured in Air Tanzania, and I think that's a great big deal because being a young fitness trainer, you're 26, which is amazing. So, what was it like for you being featured in Air Tanzania? Like, did you even expect that that would ever happen?
So I happen to train celebrities and models and actors. And yeah, so I trained the most famous and gorgeous Miss Tanzania, Jihan Imak. She was my first
Okay.
model that I worked with. Yeah. And when I worked with her, that brought me a lot of exposure also. And I think when they saw that I do have clientele that is diverse like that, that I'm also a level two, level three nutritionist and fitness trainer, and the
Hmm.
achievements, like we have 32 PCOS babies right now. So that really brought a lot of exposure towards me. And like, sometimes um, you don't get acknowledged just like that, but then your acknowledges you for the work that you do. And I felt like I was on cloud nine, you know when Mark approached me. He's like, I am really impressed with your work, and I have heard a lot about you, and I would like to feature you because you're the youngest trainer training models and celebrities. So I also have a celebrity in Pakistan, Karachi. She's very famous, but of course we can't disclose everything, confidentiality and all of that. And it just brings me a lot of joy and hope and courage for myself. I feel motivated that my work gets recognized. And then Mark was like, I want to feature you. And I'm like, okay. And, and he interviews me, and it was just amazing. And my whole journey gets published in Air Tanzania, and the world is reading it. And I am more than honored, because that's what it means to me. Because I think I've worked really, really hard for my fitness stop, and the reason behind my fitness stop is my kids. So I think Allah's blessings and their duas and my parents, and with everything, I think Air Tanzania was a very big achievement for me.
That's really awesome. Like I can literally see that happiness on your face as you're talking about it. It feels like you're in that moment still, which is really superb. Yeah, it is beyond. I mean, come on, that's something really big. Like to be featured and to be recognized by people around the world and celebrities. As you said, it's a big deal, really. Like you're really working hard. Now, Fatima, I also want to ask you about PCOS a bit, okay? And the symptoms that can have quite an effect on drowning one's mental health. What can you tell us about that?
So whenever a woman is going through PCOS, there are lots of
Yeah.
things that happen to her. There is things like acne, there is weight gain, there's discoloration, pigmentation, there is hair loss, there is hair fall, there's bald patches, there is hirsutism, there is unnecessary mood swings, depression, anxiety. And sometimes when PCOS affects your appearance, I think for a lady, it really makes a difference, because, well, the society has made a beauty standard for everyone. Oh, you need to be a certain size, you need to be flawless skin, you don't have to have acne, you cannot have hair fall, you cannot gain weight, you have to have babies as soon as you can. So all of this, triggers and piles up in a woman's mental health, and it affects her really badly. And that's why most of the women who have PCOS deal with a lot of depression and suicidal thoughts and body dysmorphia. They don't accept themselves. They have eating disorders, and all of these are mental health challenges that they face. And it is really hard to get them out of it. it takes a lot of teamwork. So like we have a teamwork at Kisutu, we have like a counselor and then the nutritionist, a gynecologist. We're doing roundtable discussions with the patient and trying to accept them and teach them self-love. And that's where I step in. I love to teach my PCOS ladies self-love, that no matter what, there is nobody on this earth who can set a standard for you on how to look, how to dress, how to be. You are you. Yes, and you will overcome it, because there is hope. There is what do you say, treatment, and you can manage your PCOS. It's not like you can't, because I have PCOS. It's been 2 years now, and it's manageable. So you set an example yourself. And not only PCOS, there's so many other challenges and stigma I think our ladies go through, that a lady cannot do fitness, she cannot lift weights, all of this myth. You're not supposed to. Yani, it's not. It's somehow for ladies it's a taboo. You cannot talk about
Yes.
your menstrual cycle and all of that. But then how are they supposed to get help? How are they supposed to conceive if they don't seek out for help? How are they supposed to conceive if they don't reach out for fitness, for weight training, and all of that? So all of this really matters a lot, and I think that's why it takes a big drowning effect on the mental health.
Excellent. You really put it out very well. You summarized very well. Now, I saw that you had posted a poster lately, very recently, about men having PCOS as well. And that was new information for me personally. I didn't know that this even existed. So, can you tell us a bit on this?
So men PCOS exists, and it we call it. It's not just because they don't have ovaries, but it's called that way so that people can relate to it and accept it. So it's something known as andropause. It's a drop in testosterone levels in men, and they also face a lot of issues like bald patches, hair fall, acne, sugar cravings, erectile dysfunction, early ejaculation, and all of that. It exists, and they get gynecomastia because that is they get the chest is like the man's chest is not a man's chest but looks more like of a female's chest, and it's actually a disorder that men go through, but even they cannot open up because a man is supposed to be all fine. A man cannot disclose his problem because that can question his manhood, and him being a man and powerful, he cannot go through hormonal problems. But it's not true, because men also have hormones like women have. And whenever it's a situation like this, that means they have more female hormones in their body. So when a woman has PCOS, she has more male hormones. So when a man is going through that, that means he has more female hormones, and this is why everything is happening. So there is treatment available, and of course, not many people know about it because not many people are into PCOS the way I am doing the specialist right now. And the more I get into it, the more information there is, and it is a pool of education in PCOS. You cannot imagine how it takes a toll on men also, and how much it affects their life also, their marriages, their relationships, their friendships, and all of that. So hey, not only for women but for everybody, whether man or female, men or women. If you have PCOS and if you are facing all of these issues, don't lose hope, because treatment is available, and we are trying to make it awareness as much as we can, and we're trying to make a difference in this world in a very good way, without prioritizing anything else other than your well-being. Yeah, so please don't make it a taboo, and accept it, that it exists.
Thank you so much for having that courage to share with us some very, very informative information like that with me. Thanks, really, Fatima. I thank you. Um, Now, I know that you also cater and provide customized meal plans to your clients. How did that idea come to your mind?
So, for someone to just see a nutritionist, it's always like, this is what I'm saying by experience. I'm not trying to, talk for a general public, but it's just me. Even when I, before having my degree and stuff, when I was trying to lose weight, every time I would see a dietitian or nutrition, I would just be stomped with a meal plan. Here you go, follow this and you'll be done. But it's actually beyond that. It's about talking to your client, relating to them, listening to them for once. For God's sake, listening to them. Just listen to them. Listen to their problems. And when of course we do clinical meal plans also. We don't do random meal plans unless or until you need it, because we need to teach you how to eat without leaning onto us forever. You need to be your own driver, yes, of your nutrition and fitness. You're not always supposed to be dependent on someone. So whenever I would recommend a meal plan, they'll be like, but I don't have time to cook, but I cannot be bothered, but you know what, just give me a shortcut, or but you know what, just meal prep, give me a meal prepping, whatever. So that's when I said that if they cannot help themselves, let us go for an extra mile and help them. And that's how, when I hired a chef and we started customizing the meals according to their bodies, and we started providing them with the food also, because people are
That's
working, people
amazing.
are busy. Yeah, we're mummies. I can understand motherhood so well, having three kids all under 7, and it's a ride. It's a roller coaster ride. So I can understand that you cannot be cooking separate things, and too much work. So that's why this idea just came up. And not only this idea, some people would tell me, we love what you do, but you're just so much out of access to us. Like, you're in town, I'm based in town, and people are in Masaki, Upanga, and Bezi, and I cannot reach them. So I hired a qualified set of professionals who have worked in China, they have worked in Berlin, they've worked in India, they've worked in UK, and I really handpicked my team. And I said, if you cannot reach to Fitness Top Studio, Fitness Top will reach you, and my trainers go out and train them.
That's so motivating. I love the way you said it. It's so like it's such a motto basically. Absolutely, like hat off to you really. Hands down. You're
Thank
doing
you.
amazing, but really, you're such an inspiration. Like, wow, when I saw you for the first time, I didn't even expect that. You're a mom and you have three kids. You look so young, mashallah, and it's beyond amazing. Like your journey is an inspiration to so many. Now, uh, we'll be having our last two questions for the program. That is, first of all, talk us about your current project. I know that you're keeping yourself too much on the hook, and you told us that you were here in Arusha for 2 days and you did this camping program at rehabilitation. Can you tell us what was the experience all about, and how many people attended? What was the overall experience?
Okay, so Wanza and Arusha was a super hit. Mashallah and Alhamdulillah, all praise to my Lord. Um, Wanza was good because we did a lot of fitness awareness. There were certain fitness regimes that they didn't know of, and something that Fitness Top introduced in Wanza. So I was really honored to do that. Arusha, we were house full, like fully packed. So we had decided that I would start at 8 and maybe leave by 12:01, but I couldn't leave till like late evening, like 6 8 6 7, and we were just like house full, and people were coming back to back because they were like, oh, we've heard about you and we wanted to see you, and I have this problem, and I just love what you do. And it was all of that, and for me it felt like I'm over the moon because it's working out. I'm getting to help more and more people, and I know that Fitness Top in Dar is all taken care of, everything is settled. So that's why we took a leap of faith and we're moving to regions now. um, for people, they think it's very easy to run a business. Okay, you're just training people, but it's beyond that. You need to touch lives, you need to transform people for real. So this could be done online also, But I chose not to do it online because I want to have the personal touch. You know, someone who can open up to you face to face cannot open up to you online. You don't get that touch. And even in spite of being an online certified trainer, I just tried not to do it online. I want to have that personal touch. I want to meet you. I want to see you. I want to see. I want to talk to you. I want to look you in the eye and make that eye contact with you and tell me what you're feeling. Tell me why you want to transform. Tell me, show me your motivation. And I think somehow in the online conversation that misses out at some point. That's what I feel. So this is why I chose to just personally come, see my people. I already had existing clientele here, meet them in person, and receiving those warm hugs and all the love. It just feels amazing then, like, oh, you've transformed us, you've changed our lives. And trust me, more than the money part or the fame or the my actual success is when people actually make a difference in their life and they give me the duas and everything. I think that's the duas that made me sit till high up here.
I very much agree with you, Fatima. In fact, I know that it was your birthday last week. You turned 27
Yeah,
now, and the kind of
26,
love that
sorry.
was shown, yeah, the kind of love that was
uh,
shown by your fans, that they delivered cakes at your doorstep and lovely wishes, like literally from everywhere. That was like, wow, you really made a big difference in people's lives, and they feel it, and that's why they're rewarding you with that. So it really shows the kind of effort that you put throughout in your journey.
Yeah, the love I received was overwhelming, and I felt so special because I never expected all of that. But even last year on my 25th birthday, my clientele, they like all the batches threw a surprise for me. Everybody walked in with a cake and stuff. And this year also, people transformed, people moved out, new clientele came in, and they were appreciating and loving. And of course, I have 32 babies out there, like PCO babies, and they have to gift mommy something because it's her birthday this year. So,
Yeah.
it's mostly all my babies and their mamas were sending me something. And I think I feel really amazing when women feel complete, that somehow my training affected her life and she got to have the baby. And then I make it a point to go see them in the hospital, or I make sure that I give them, so we call something as chatti, or we call something, receiving the baby, we give them gifts and gold and stuff.
Yes.
So I make sure
Yes.
that all my babies get something out from me also. So I think that's why, and all the love and trust. Wow, yeah, it's overwhelming. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that it's really overwhelming even as we speak. It's amazing, really. Now, we're coming to the end of our program, and before I would like to wrap up the show, my last question to you is, what advice would you give to the viewers to stay motivated and successful in life?
So I just want you to remember one thing in life, that action is what brings motivation in life. You need to do something to get motivated to be doing it forever. So if there is a new business plan, there's a weight loss journey, there's a weight gain journey, there's a PCOS healing journey, there's a business journey, get up, go achieve your dreams, because by sitting on the couch it's not going to happen. You have to move up, get going, and get focused, and just do it, um, close your eyes, trust your Lord, pray, say a prayer, and go for it. Don't double think it, or don't rethink it. And for staying, and it's not always going to be a smooth ride. Yeah, it's going to get hell of a bumpy ride, and you might face criticism, you might face controversies, you might face downfalls, but aim for the goal that you want right now. Aim for how much, look how far you've come, and stay focused on that, and trust the process, and just keep going. That's one advice that I would give them, that do it, and then you'll see how motivated you'll be, and keep doing it consistently to just reach there.
Thank you so much, Fatima. You can't imagine how much I am so honored and glad to have had you on my program. And it was such a coincidence the way we met and the way we planned everything out. I think it was just meant to be.
Yeah,
Like I never thought I would get my hands on you for this interview, to be honest. But I really
I'm
thank
honored to
you.
be on this amazing show. I'm really
Yes,
honored to be on
and
this amazing show. You do a lot of good things, man.
thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching today's program. And there were so many important tips that Fatima shared with us, and she's truly an inspiration right now. And her journey is so inspiring. I am so glad myself that I've met her, and I was able to contact her and get her on my show, and I hope that we learned so much from this. Sometimes it's true that you really need to step out of your comfort zone if you want to achieve something in life and if you want to be successful. So we need to just do that. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me on today's program, and inshallah I'll be bringing another interesting episode next week, same time. Thank you, and wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.